No. Yes. Okay, let's see who's here. Okay, I see people here. All right, what's up, guys? We're live. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to give people a chance to get online. If you can hear me okay, please write something in the chat box. A good thing is, all right, Mehmet, first guy, write where you're from, so your city or your country, maybe what time it is over there. Evo, what's up? Keenan, nice. Mika, hey, how's it going? Bendik, oh, Thomas, Jason, what's up, guys? All right, awesome. Okay, so we're just we'll get started in just a bit. All right, Keenan is in Colorado, 1 p.m. What time is it and where are you guys at? New York, 3 p.m. Germany, Cologne, Chicago, Romania, 10 p.m. Who's Romania? Cosmin. Okay, well, I'm in Romania too. Marius, Romania too. All right. From Sweden. What's up, guys? All right, we're international. California, Greece, Milan. Awesome. Istanbul, Estonia. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys, thank you. Thanks for joining me. First of all, in case you didn't get the news, today we were supposed to have an interview with Zan, but he went to a small town in Romania and with his girlfriend to visit her parents, and he thought that there was a train back, but turns out there wasn't a train back to Bucharest, and so he couldn't make the call, but we will reschedule that call next week or the week after. India, Raul, 1:30 a.m. Oh, respect, man. Thanks for joining us. Puerto Rico, Netherlands, Serbia, awesome. Yes, I'm still in Bucharest. All right. Okay, so, and in India, it's 3 a.m. All right, awesome. Ravikant, thanks for coming. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to be an attractive man. And we're going to be talking about the concept of do less, okay? Do less, be more. Brazil, Sao Paulo. Okay, awesome, man. I love how international we are. All right, so today's topic is how do you be an attractive man, a man who's magnetically attractive, someone who's not always chasing, but who comes across in an attractive way with a good presence. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So a mistake I see a lot of guys making is that they're trying too hard and that they're doing too much and they're focused more on the doing than they are on the being. Okay, so doing versus being. So we're going to discuss doing versus being. What's the difference between that? And also we're going to just talk about what does it mean to be attractive. So I think that word, although it's obvious, I think sometimes we lose track of what that word means. What does it mean to be attractive? So let's start from there. So what I see a lot of guys doing is chasing. All right, so they spend their life chasing girls, okay? And they think the way to get good with girls is, for example, to go and approach 100 girls or 1,000 girls or whatever, right? And they're always trying, they're always reaching for something, going for something. Well, if we look at the word attractive, what does that mean? Attractive, to attract, to draw in, right? So if you think of a magnet attracts the metal, right? It draws in. A magnet doesn't chase, it draws in. And this concept is very important to understand at the beginning of our conversation because that's the basis for what we're going to talk about in terms of being versus doing. What's the difference, okay? So you want to become an attractive man, which means that you have a presence that attracts good things to you, that attracts women to you, okay? A truly attractive man can walk into a room and be, and attract the attention of women without doing anything. He just walks in, and just with his presence alone, he is attractive. Okay, so that's different from the pickup artist guys who walk into a room and start chasing after every girl, and going and approaching every girl in the room and trying to get something from the girl, trying to, use a tactic or pickup line to try to get her. Okay, so be attractive. Don't be a guy who's chasing. So let's discuss doing versus being, and why doing will not get you the results you want with women. Okay? So what is the mistake I see an overwhelming majority, I would say up to 80, probably 90% of men making, that I'm watching, it's that you think you can do your way into being good with women, meaning you're constantly looking for that secret, that pickup line, that magic technique, that system, that magical system, that magical formula. And you think, if I do this, meaning, let me put it more concrete, more specific. If I walk in and I say the right thing, and my body language is the right way, and I do the right things in the right order, then I'm going to get the girl. Okay? That's not how it works. Okay? Because that's all fake and that's all mechanical. You're adjusting your voice, your body language, you're saying this or not saying that. You're not being yourself. So there the word comes out, being, right? So you cannot do your way into being an attractive man who attracts women. Okay? Attractiveness is a way of being. Okay? So what's the difference between doing and being? So if we take a man who's very naturally attractive to women, that man can walk into a room, a crowded room, and sit in the corner, and all the women will still notice him because he has that X factor. He has that something about him. All right? Whereas at the same time, there's going to be a bunch of other guys who are overeager and trying to pick up all the girls, and the girls are going to be rejecting those guys who are working hard, while the attractive man sits in the corner and all the women are wondering, oh, I wonder who that guy is. Okay? So that guy is being. So let's get into this. What does it mean to be attractive? And why is attraction dependent on being and not doing? So being is basically who you are. It is a way of life. It's how you live. So if you want to become attractive to women, you need to be real. You need to be who you need to, I'm losing words here. Okay, let me describe it another way. All right, so a man who's attractive to women in general is a man who has his life together. All right? He eats healthy. He takes care of his body. He exercises regularly. Okay? He lives with integrity. He goes around the world leaving people better than he found them. He's an honest, hard-working man. He doesn't cheat in his life. He pays the price necessary in return for what he wants, which means that if he wants to succeed, he puts in the work and the effort and the focus and whatever is needed and the persistence, and he keeps going towards that goal, and he never gives up until he gets it. All right? So he's not a cheater. He's the real deal. He works for what he wants, and he's showing up in the world. Okay? So that's a way of being. Most men, because of the bullshit pickup artist marketing tactics. They tell you looks don't matter. Girls don't care what you look like. Learn this magical 3-step formula and her panties will drop in 5 minutes. You know, I'm exaggerating, but that's, you know, that's the gist of it. They make you believe that if you say the right thing and if you have the right system, that you can get a woman just by whatever, some kind of techniques. That's not true. All right? Women are looking at you as a package. Adam, Czech Republic, what's up? Okay? They're looking at you as a package, not some words you say. Okay? They're looking at you. How does he take care of himself? Is he well groomed? Is he well dressed? The way you dress says a lot about you. Okay? It shows how much respect you have for yourself. And if you're dressed sloppy, or if your clothes don't fit and you obviously haven't put time or effort into your appearance, well then it doesn't matter what you say to the girl, because she already knows enough about you that whether you say something or not. There's a great saying that says, I forgot the exact way, but it's something like, I can't hear what you're saying because your style is talking louder than your words. I forgot the words, but basically if you're presented in a bad way, then it doesn't matter what you say, because the people will notice, the girls will notice that whatever, you're out of shape or you're not dressed well or whatever. Now, I'm not saying you have to be in perfect shape with a 6-pack and have like designer clothes, but what I'm saying is you need to present yourself in the best light that you can, right? Just like if you think of women and look at women, women spend a crazy amount of time being really careful about their fashion, about their looks, about their grooming. They really are very careful with how they present themselves. So don't fool yourself into thinking that she's not looking at you from head to toe and also evaluating, okay, what does this guy look like and what does his presentation say about him? Okay? So the difference between doing and being is, a lot of guys think that they can do something and get a girlfriend or get good with girls, and they're just doing, they're in their head reciting pickup lines and all these tactics, where instead of being a real person who's got their life together, right? So who are you? Okay. Okay. No, I thought someone was telling me I was speaking too loud. Okay, so basically being means living your life, working hard, living your life to the maximum of your ability, not being lazy, okay? Doing the best with what you have, always striving to be the highest version of yourself. There we go, okay? I'm finding the words now. As a man, okay, always say how to be a real man, be a real man. A real man always does the best with what he has. He does not make excuses. Whatever he has, he starts from there, and he always strives to be the highest version of himself. He always pushes himself to be the highest version of himself. Okay? So the difference, so if a man who lives with integrity means he's always striving to be the highest version of himself. He's always attractive because he's always working out. He's always working towards his vision, towards his goals. He's always watching what he eats. He's always, he's doing his best in all the areas of his life. So he's doing his best. So then when he shows up in a room full of women or in front of the woman he likes, well, he shows up as him. His being, his aura will be apparent to her. You can tell so much about a person just when they walk up and say hi to you. All right? I'm very good at reading people, and I can tell almost instantly which guys are attractive to women and which guys aren't. And it's a very predictable pattern. In general, laziness is what kills your attractiveness. So if you're a lazy person in general, you're not going to be attractive. Masculinity, the masculine is assertive. It is an aggressive, assertive force. It is like an arrow flying towards something. Okay, it's going. It's proactive. So If the essence of your sexuality, which is your attractiveness, is assertiveness, is being proactive, well then, if you're lazy, then by definition, you're being passive, which means by definition, you are not exercising your masculinity, and so you lack sex appeal, and so you're not attractive, right? So this is what happens. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so laziness kills attraction. All right, so be proactive in your life, and that's why attractiveness is a being, not a doing. Okay, you can't read an ebook by some famous dating guru and then memorize some lines and then go out and expect to be attractive to women. It's a much longer process. You have to think of it holistically. Holistically means many parts. A big mistake you guys are making is you think if you work on one part, then you're going to get good with women. It doesn't work like that. It's a holistic thing. So if you think of my fingers as different areas, so one is being social. You have to practice being social. Another is style. Another one is health. Another one is going for your vision, having a goal. Women want a man who knows what he wants and goes after what he wants and has a vision and is working towards that vision. Okay, so when you have all these elements together, then attractiveness emerges. Okay, as opposed to doing, which is I read an ebook and here are some techniques, and okay, I'm gonna just try these over and over and approach 100 girls and try it over and over and over. Oh, why isn't it working? Why are all girls rejecting me? Oh, all girls must be bitches. No, it's because you're missing the pieces, man. Okay? Okay, we're getting some questions in here. I'll do questions in a second, okay, guys? So that's the difference between stop thinking there's some magic. The way I'm having trouble summarizing today. You have to approach this in a holistic way, okay? A holistic way. You have to work on yourself in all areas, and then you will become attractive. Another word, magnetic. If you are not working on yourself, there are a lot of guys that I talk to or that I coach and stuff, or that have been following me for a while, and I coach them and I coach them and I coach them, and one thing I notice, for example, is they have really bad style and they're really out of shape. And but when I talk to them, I'm like, man, are you willing to do whatever it takes to get a girlfriend or get what you want, get women in your life? And they're like, yeah, bro, I'm studying this hard. I'm trying real hard, but then their actions do not reflect their words. If you're not working out as hard as you can to be as physically attractive as you can, then you don't really want it as much as you say you do. Your actions are speaking louder than your words. If you haven't spent time and money on your fashion and figuring out what clothes suit you and how to present yourself well, then again, you don't really want it. You say you want it, but you don't really want it because there are elements there that are easily fixable, but you're not working on them. You see? So don't fool yourself. I'm here to always wake you up and say, don't fool yourself, and don't let these marketing giants, because now the dating industry, I'll tell you this, the people behind the sales videos on most of these mainstream pickup artist, dating guru, whatever, like they're like the top copywriters, top marketers, or they hire the top salespeople to write those sales videos for you, and so they're very convincing. But don't believe the hype. If it's too good, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Nothing worthwhile comes without hard work over a period of time, through persistence and many repeated failures, until you finally get what it is that you want. Okay? Hard work. Okay? So here's the thing about shortcuts. What's holding you guys back is shortcuts. Instead of going out there and practicing and getting good socially and working on the different areas of yourself to develop yourself as the highest version of yourself, you're trying to take shortcuts by reading books, watching YouTube videos, and shortcutting your success, right? But the truth is that the fastest shortcut is to work hard and, like I say, work on the different elements and come at it from a holistic approach. And when you have all the pieces together, your style, your looks, your social, your health, all that stuff, you're going to get there a lot faster. There are guys who have been stuck for 5 years or more because they have been they have been listening to pickup artists tell them, you can use this one trick or this one tactic. Okay? So if you're going to keep failing if you keep listening to those overnight magical solution things. Okay? So the biggest shortcut is to pay the price in time and effort and just do it, man. Stick with it. Okay, so I think that was the gist of it. So thanks, guys, for your comments. I'm going to answer some questions now. And also, if you want to just comment, what do you think so far? Are you with me? Do you agree, disagree? I'm just gonna give me a minute or two, and I'm gonna read through some questions. So Maddie asks, being is character, right? Doing might be faked. Yeah, being is character. It's your character. That's excellent, Maddie. Yeah. So being can't be faked. That's the thing. Okay? One thing you need to know about women is they're very sensitive and intuitive. They can see you and they know who you are. Here's what I wanted to say. You think that what you do in the privacy of your own home is private and that women can't tell how you live your life. But that's not true. A woman can tell so much about you when you just walk up and say hi. The way you're being in your life comes across when you go talk to her. So don't think that you can be lazy and passive your whole life and then go out and talk to a girl and pretend to be Mr. Cool Guy or whatever. She can see you. She can see the real you. She can see through that thin facade. Whereas if you're being means having character, you're working on all the different parts of your life and you're working hard to be the highest version of yourself. Well, now you have an aura and you have a presence, and when you meet women, they can also tell, okay, this is a man of integrity. He's living his life to the best of his ability. He's going for what he wants. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Sam. Hi, Jad. You say that being masculine is an aggressive and assertive force like an arrow. What else do I need to know to be more masculine? Go after what you want. Go after what you want at all cost. Of course, without hurting yourself or hurting anyone else, and always with integrity. But other than that, at all cost. All right? If you're just going for what you want in life, whether it be going for the girl you want, going for the job you want, you have a goal about how you want to look physically, going for that goal, just go for it. Keep going for what you want. And as long as you're being assertive in your life, you're being masculine. Okay. Some of these don't make sense. Okay, so Jason says, great stuff, Jad. I have to admit I'm guilty of staying in, reading books, watching dating videos, etc., rather than taking action. Yeah, it's a trap that you stay in. You see, you guys are in a like, you're blessed and cursed at the same time, because you're the new generation where you have an unlimited amount of free information, which is YouTube, right? Anything you want to learn, you just go on YouTube. So your mind thinks, oh, okay, instead of going out and doing hard work and risking rejection or embarrassment, I'm going to sit safely behind my screen, learn all the secrets, all the advanced stuff, and then I'll elevate my game that way. And then when everything's perfect and I feel ready, then I'll go out and talk to girls. But the truth of the matter is this is an illusion, and it tricks you into staying inactive. Okay, all the information in the world won't help you if you do not face your fears. Okay, so what's standing between you and having, your dream girl, or being good with women, or whatever it is that you want, is fear. And nobody can do that but you. You have to do your fear for yourself. You have to go through that. No successful person, or every successful person, is willing to look foolish. That is another thing of your generation, is nobody wants to look foolish. Nobody even wants to make like one mistake. Okay, forget that. The only way you're going to get good with girls is you're going to go out, you're going to get rejected, you're going to feel like shit, you're going to get embarrassed, you're going to go home with your head down thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to figure this out. Okay, it's going to hurt emotionally, you're going to be frustrated, it's going to be scary, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. Some days you're going to do really well, other days you're going to do really badly. You have to go through that. You have to face the fear. Okay, I call it, you have to face your fear. Okay, you have to face your demon, because it's keeping you prisoner. Here's the thing about fear. If you have a fear in regards to women, I'll tell you right now, it is never ever going to leave you alone until you face it. No amount of videos are going to free you from that fear. You have to go and face the demon. You have to face it. And when you face it, it's never as bad as you think, and it's never as scary as you think. Okay? But learning comes from mistakes. So you can only use all the information you learned on YouTube after you have first faced your fear. Okay? So thanks, Jason, for your comment. Okay, just give me a sec here. Okay, this one is quick. Michael, is rejection really necessary to get good with women? You better believe you better believe it, bro. It is only necessary. Okay? It's necessary in all areas of life, rejection. When you try something new, you fail. Okay? If you play basketball, do you expect to get every basket in? No. Do you expect to be good in the first week, in the first month? No. Same thing with everything. You got to look foolish, you got to be clumsy, and you just got to go through it. Ricardo, are bars really the best place to meet women? No, they're the worst place to meet women. They're the worst place to meet women. Martin, how does your VIP group work? By the way, I read Think and Grow Rich and The Alabaster Girl 3 times each. Cool. I'll tell you guys later about my membership site. Don't worry, I'm not going to sell you on it, but I will tell you if you guys want to join. I can't handle many more members, but that's later. Anyways, okay, let me look through the questions and see. Okay, I saw a good question. I just have to find it. Okay, Kevin. Kevin says, what are some tips you can give me to overcome that wall of ice full of anxiety when approaching girls? Okay, so approaching girls is one of the most common fears men have. I found that the easiest way you can do it is mastermind with a friend. So have a friend who understands you, and you guys are, someone who's not going to judge you, someone who's going to support you and have your back, and not laugh at you if a girl rejects you, but rather he'll tell you, respect, man, for facing your fear. So have a friend, and then you guys can go out and you guys can encourage each other to approach girls. Nothing is scarier than going and trying to talk to girls when you're alone. Okay, especially if you have that fear in the first place. Nothing is scarier than that. So the easiest solution bring a friend with you, make it into a playful game, and support each other, right? So you have the agreement that just go out with a guy who understands that if you go talk to a girl and you get rejected, it doesn't mean you're a loser. It means you're the man because you took action and you faced your fear. All right. All you have control over is walking up and saying hi. Her reaction is out of your control. As long as you walked up and you said hi because you wanted to, you've done your job as a man. Okay, and that's it. I have the highest respect for you, and you should have you have full respect for yourself as a man. Okay, so yeah, use a friend. Okay, let's do an introvert question because I'm an introvert. Nakhil, Nakhil. Sorry, dude, I'm not really saying your name. Jad, I want to know how to attract women. If you're an introvert and cannot have small talk and casual conversation, if you are more of the listening type, I like I like talking about deep stuff. Okay, well, that's how I was going to answer your question. All right, so I'm also not talkative and I cannot just invent words out of thin air. Okay, so if you're an introvert and if you find that you're not someone who can just make casual conversation, I mean, to a certain point, you need to know how to make casual conversation. But when it comes to small talk, if you're someone who can't just invent words out of thin air, then always steer the conversation towards talking about something that you genuinely care about. All right? So the reason why you run out of things to say most of the time is because you're saying what you think the girl wants to hear instead of saying what you truly care about or what you truly think. Okay? So the secret to never running out of things to say is to speak your mind in the moment. All right? Even if that means saying, "Hey, I'm nervous right now," or "Hey, you know what? I'm kind of intimidated by you. You look really beautiful." Whatever it is, say that, because what's real keeps the conversation going. Whereas when you talk about fake things, the energy of the conversation dies, because when we speak about something we don't care about, our energy goes down, and an interaction is an energetic exchange. And if your energy goes down, women mirror your energy. So she's your mirror. Your energy goes down, her energy goes down, and then it falls flat. All right? So talk about stuff you care about, and speak your mind more. And also avoid environments where small talk is very necessary. So for example, if you go to a nightclub, you're not going to be able to have deep, meaningful conversations. So it's not going to be the best place for you. Whereas if you meet a girl in, let's say, I don't know, you're taking an art class or an acting class together, well, then there's a lot of commonalities, you have common interests. And so it'll be easy to talk because you're talking about something you actually care about. Okay, let's see. Thanks for all the questions, by the way. Okay. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna read through the questions. Maddie, thanks also for the answers. If you guys have answers to the questions for your brothers, just answer in the chat box too. Okay, Hayden. Okay, there was one girl I hit on 3 times, and all 3 times there was a positive reaction. And I made it very clear I was attracted to her. But she waited till the third time to tell me she had a boyfriend. What is that? That could be, is that for an ego boost? Maybe it's an ego boost. Maybe she wasn't really clear that you were hitting on her. Maybe she knew you were hitting on her and she was just being polite because she didn't want to flat out reject you. And maybe when she saw that you hit on her the third time, she thought, "Oh, okay, this guy's being persistent. I better be very clear with him and let him know that I'm unavailable." So, maybe it was something like that. Okay, Isaac, what if you don't have the money to buy new clothes, etc.? Um, you'd be surprised what you can get for cheap. When I was a teenager, I used to shop at secondhand stores, and I always looked good to the point where like I had this one jacket I got from a secondhand store, and everybody thought, "Oh, nice jacket. Where'd you get that jacket?" So, well, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, there's a lot of secondhand. There's clothes are everywhere. Clothes are abundant. Look on eBay. Look on Amazon. If you want to find cheap clothes that are nice, believe me, you will find them. Second part, is it a good idea to form a mastermind with a friend that is a girl? Yeah, for sure. If you meet a girl who wants to help you understand women better, fantastic. She'll give you a lot of insight. Okay, I'm looking through the questions. Edward, great answer. Edward says, I think the key to everything is being, oh, where to go? Is being conscious of the feelings in your heart and following that feeling all the time. Yeah, for sure. Everything comes down to being present. When you can be present with women, when you can be present and relaxed in the company of women, then you're going to do very well. Okay? I just want to touch base again, and I want you guys to answer. Do you understand the tremendous importance and difference between doing and being? And are you committed to start being more and doing less? Okay, there's a delay. Hayden, yeah. All right. There's a delay in the chat box, so that's why I have to. Okay, so Isaac says a little more clarification. Um, Luca, Mika, own it. Yeah, man. Okay, a little more clarification. Doing versus being. Okay, doing is you read a book that said, puff your chest out, have a deep voice. When you go see a girl, say these 3 lines to her. And, so you're basically all tactics. It's all tactics. It's all mechanical. Do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, right? That's doing. But at the same time, you're not working out. You're not being a man of integrity. You have no purpose in life. You're not nurturing your friends and family, your personal life. You don't have a life. All you're doing is learning about pickup and trying to do pickup. That's doing. Versus being is being a holistic man, working on your health, your relationships, your purpose, your financial situation, etc., etc. Your fashion, all that. That's being. So here's one thing that you need to realize. So you guys are spending a lot of time watching videos about and reading books and stuff about how to get good with girls. What about the men who never ever watched or read a single book but are very attractive to women? Did those men go out and have to approach 1,000 women to get good with women? No. Those men are attractive to women because instead of just focusing on picking up girls, they focused on building a healthy life. They focused on building their life. And so when they show up in the world, they show up as attractive because they're being, they have character. Okay? So it's a way of life, it's a lifestyle. It's doing the best with what you have and striving to be the highest version of yourself. That's the difference between doing and being. So doing is a very shallow, thin veneer of tactical trying, whereas being is this deep thing of who you are. Okay? All right, cool. All right, Isaac, no problem. Okay, love in the comments. Okay, let's see what we got here. Um, Raj, how to continue a conversation if a girl doesn't like to keep a conversation with me? Don't. Why would you talk to someone who doesn't want to talk to you? Don't try to make a girl like if a girl clearly doesn't like you, get away from her because she's going to hurt your confidence. Go and find all the other sweet girls who do like you and talk to them. Stop trying to convince women. Women don't need convincing. She's already attracted to you. All you need to do is not mess it up. Find the women who are attracted to you. Jad, what are your 3 favorite books? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And number 3, oh, number 3. Wow. What's number 3? Let me think. Well, Think and Grow Rich and The Power of Now both changed my life. All right, Matt, thanks. It makes sense and it's working in my own life. Awesome. Everyone's saying The Alabaster Girl. The Alabaster Girl is fantastically, amazingly great, but it's not my 3rd favorite book. I like The Alchemist. Uh, Above All Else. Oh, do you remember I recommended that book? It's a skydiving book. Thomas says I'm making an advertiser for Bukovina. This is the cleanest drinking water in Bucharest. It has passed all the health tests, so you can be sure that it is actually very clean. Harry Potter. Above All Else is an awesome book. Yeah, by my friend Dan BC. Amazing book. Okay, 3rd book. I can't. I'll tell you a book that's coming to my mind now. That it's called A Course in Miracles, and that one is really far out for a lot of people. But for me, it also was a life changer. A Course in Miracles. It's about 600 pages, and it's just wow, it's a crazy book. 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay, so um, you guys are funny. Thanks for commenting and being interactive. That's awesome. I really appreciate you guys sharing your time with me. I'm always grateful to have you guys in my life, for real. Okay. Do you think about getting married and having kids? How many? And if so, would you continue with your videos? Um, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Maybe I'll get married, maybe I never will. Um, okay, another question. Okay, so you guys can ask more questions. We're basically gonna go for another like 15 minutes. So, are you guys liking this webinar? Is this cool? Are we good? I hope I'm not boring anybody. Okay, so when is it appropriate to say that you love her? After the first date or during the first date? No, that's way too soon. Now, I'm suspecting maybe English isn't your first language, so maybe saying you love her to you means saying you like her. So if it's when do you express your interest in a girl, I say as soon as possible. Okay? As soon as possible. Don't wait, don't pretend to be her friend, don't hide your intentions. Be upfront and tell her how you feel. Yeah, don't say I love you on the first date, but I think it's a language difference and he's just translating, because in some languages I love you would translate to just hey, I like you. I'm interested in you, I'm attracted to you. Okay, thanks guys. I'm glad you're enjoying the webinar. Uh, Thomas likes Bukovina, awesome. And we love you. All right, I love you too, bro. Okay. Okay, Juan says, I've been reading the blueprint system, so the body language blueprint system. Thanks for buying and supporting me. I appreciate it. How can I be more entitled, and what does that mean? Okay, so I said that a man has a sense of it's good for a man to have a sense of entitlement. That means a man feels like he deserves good things in his life. So I deserve to have an amazing woman in my life. I deserve to have abundance. I deserve to whatever. I deserve it, right? So a sense of entitlement means giving yourself the permission to deserve wonderful things and to look at yourself and think, you know what? I am a great person. I live with integrity. You know, I only want the best from people. All my intentions are pure. And so, yeah, I deserve just as much as anyone else, right? And so you walk around with that sense of entitlement because you do deserve it. And when you walk around proud of yourself and feeling entitled to great things, well, then great things will come to you, okay? As opposed to being apologetic for yourself and kind of like being small. Okay, what are you doing in Romania? I am living in Romania. I moved to Romania. I have a wonderful girlfriend here, and I asked her to come on camera, but she didn't want to. She was shy. But yeah, I have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing girl here, and I'm living here, and it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place. And sometimes me and Zan hang out, have some drinks. It's good times. Okay. Here it is. Today I feel blessed to be here and had a dream to meet you. Jad online. Who knows if please Eduardo's Junior. Oh, sorry, bro. How do you say your name? Uh, Eurydice Junior. Oh, I'm sorry. Eurydice Junior from Brazil, Sao Paulo. What's up, man? Thanks for joining me. Okay. Okay, I need to just take a breather here. There's a lot of comments. Uh, is your family watching these webinars? No, my family doesn't care about these webinars. Is there a chance to see you someday in a kind of boot camp? Oh, I'm so glad you answered that. Asked that question. I've actually been wanting to ask. Vote. I was thinking of doing. I don't like the word boot camp. I was thinking of doing a conference here in Bucharest, Romania, which is in Eastern Europe, sometime in the spring or the fall. So sometime around May or June or maybe September, October, where it's still warm, but it's not too hot. Who would be interested in attending a conference, a live conference? Now, it won't be free, and that's for several reasons. But basically, I just realized that when you make things free, you attract the wrong crowd, and people tend to not value what you're offering. It's just human nature, unfortunately. But I will do it at I'll make it a reasonable price, right? So for a reasonable price, who would like to have a live event here in Bucharest, Romania? Who would like to come here? No, I will not record the conference. That would be very personal, confidential things. It'll be like a round table, and we'll get really deep and personal, so it won't be a recording. So, who would come? And forget about the time, and if I can, but in general, would you come? And if everything was okay and you had the free time, would you? Would you like a live event, a live Jati Jones event? Okay. Hey, Simon's here. What's up, Simon? Yeah, I'm not looking for promises. I'm just looking for a general vote of, hey, would you like to or not? It would probably be around a 5 day mark. And then if you want, you can hang out for maybe a couple of days after that. Will Zan be there? Well, this will be my event, so I mean, we could invite him, and I'm sure if he was free, he would stop by. No, I'm not planning on making conferences anywhere else, just in Bucharest, because I live here and I'm familiar with the area. Okay. Okay, cool. So I see there's some interest. Will you travel to other countries and do conferences there? I don't know. At the moment, I have nothing of that sort planned. I would rather do the conference here. All right. So we got 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my private membership for those of you who want personal coaching. And then after that, we'll answer some more questions and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So real quick, if you've been stuck, it's because if you've been stuck for a year or more with women and you've been learning all this stuff, but you still haven't had any progress, the simple fact is that you have a blind spot. There's a mistake or a set of mistakes that you are making that you are not aware you're making, and that is what's keeping you stuck. Coaching is the perfect thing, is the perfect cure for your blind spots, for getting unstuck. I think that anyone who has been stuck for a year or more without progress, without significant progress, needs to hire a coach. Whether you hire me or you hire Jimbo Bob from www.jimbobobsdatingadvice.com. I don't care. Okay, so don't think I'm saying this to make money or whatever. I have enough members, and it's hard enough managing the ones I have. Okay, so I'm not looking to get a flood of new members here. Okay, but I'm telling you what's available. Okay, so if you've been stuck, watching more videos is probably not going to help you because you're looking for something that you're not going to find because it's your blind spot. Or not that you're not going to find it, but you may find it tomorrow, you may find it in 10 years. So what is the potential risk of not finding it? There's this story where a man's walking by and he sees another man on his hands and knees searching on the ground under a street lamp. It's nighttime, under a street lamp. And he asks the gentleman, he says, "What are you looking for?" He's like, "Oh, I lost my keys." He said, "Oh, you lost your keys? Okay, here, let me help you look for them." And so they're looking under this lamppost out on the dark street for like 10 minutes. Finally, the guy asked him, "Well, are you sure you dropped them here?" And then the guy looks up and he said, "No, I lost them in my house, but there's no power in my house. It's pitch black. So I came out here where the light is to find them." Okay? So the moral of the story is you can't find your keys if you're looking in the wrong place. And a lot of guys, the reason why they're stuck for years is because they're looking in the wrong place. It's funny that most of you don't get this and you think I'm trying to sell you something, but it's not. Most coaching calls are me revealing blind spots to guys. So I have a membership site where guys can Skype me on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and we talk and I help them get unstuck, right? And every coaching call is basically me revealing their blind spot to them, where they thought they were making one mistake and they needed to work on something. And I'm like, "No, bro, you're making this mistake and you need to work on this." So it's something completely different of what they thought. So what is the impact of that? If he thought that he needed to get more confidence and he would work on that for a year, when all the while he was making this mistake over here that he was completely unaware of. And so no matter how much he works on this is the mistake that's stopping him. This is the mistake that's stopping him. And so he stays stuck no matter how hard he tries. Okay? And just to let you know how good I am now after 15 plus years of specializing in this one topic of how to get good with women, is that the other day I was coaching a guy on Skype and I said, "Hey, what do you want to talk about today?" And he's like, "Man, I don't know what. I'm just not getting success with women. I want you to tell me what my blind spot is." I'm like, "Okay, so let's investigate this." So I literally asked him, I think like 3 questions, and within under 5 minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, after asking him just a couple of questions, I say, "Okay, I'm gonna guess this. I think your blind spot is that this, that." And he said, "You know what? That's exactly what it is." Okay? So this guy has been stuck for years. He talks to me for 3 or 4 minutes, And instantly I know what's stopping him, what his blind spot is, and now he's working on that part, and so he can advance. So do you see the impact of that? In 3 minutes, I saved this guy a year or a lifetime, or I don't know how long, of making a mistake he wasn't aware of. And I can identify those blind spots very quickly because of all the training that I've done. Okay, I know, I can feel it. I can talk to you, and most of the times I can see what that blind spot is. So do you want to be the guy who wastes 2, 3, 10, a lifetime trying to figure something out that he can't see? Or are you gonna get coaching from someone who can instantly pinpoint that blind spot so you can work on it so you can get results? What's valuable is not your money. What's valuable is your time, okay? What you should be scared of is that you meet the girl of your dreams tomorrow and you mess it up because you did not handle your blind spot. That's what you should be terrified of, because that is the most expensive thing you're gonna pay, okay? Missed opportunities, that is the tragedy. So, that's all. So if you want to join it's called M3 Live. There are a lot of features. You get to text me personally on my phone. We get these webinars bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks, we get a webinar like this with new information. You get new audio lessons every month that are unlocked. You get a private Facebook group, which is a mastermind group full of all your brothers who will support you, and you can dive deep into the topics. We have another online forum somewhere else, and you can Skype me personally, where we can have 20-minute calls where I can identify your blind spots, give you coaching, help you out, make sure you don't get stuck or get you unstuck. So you feel supported from your brothers and from me, and it's a completely interactive experience. That's why if you guys have been wondering, where's Jad? I am very active, but I'm very active inside the M3 Live membership area with my members. I'm taking care of those guys, okay? So if you want to join, you simply go to jadtjones.com/results. Okay? jadtjones.com/results. And you can join my private mentorship program. And registration is closed, but I opened it now for the next 13 hours. So if you want to get in before the deadline. If you wait longer than that, then the doors are going to be closed again, just because there's so many members, and because I'm giving my personal attention, I can't let too many people in because I need to, personally help all those people, right? So if you want to join my private membership and my mentorship program, you go to jadtjones.com/results. And if you're a part of M3 Live right now, and you could write me a quick testimonial or just tell your brothers, is this membership a good experience for you? Is what I'm saying true? Do you recommend they join? That would be a help for me, because coming out of my mouth, people think that, it's my self-interest, so they think I'm trying to sell them. I'm just trying to help, man. You want someone to help you? I'm here. So for you M3 members, because I see Isaac, I see Oliver, I see Maddie, I see Mehmet, you guys, okay, so that's enough about that. We're gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes. Thanks, Cosmin, for writing the URL. Sash, when is Zan's webinar? Zan's webinar is either next week or the week after. Zan and I have to talk and coordinate and reschedule it. So, okay, there you go. Thank you, Thomas. It completely changed my life. Thomas, I'm really proud of. When Thomas came to me, he was terrified of approaching women. Now, Thomas went like 90 days in a row approaching women every day in the daytime on the streets, and just had amazing breakthroughs, complete transformation. All right, Sean, M3 Live is awesome. Thank you. Okay, so Edward, no, it's going to be 10 p.m. It might be 9 p.m., but it's probably 10 p.m. because it works for me and for Zan, and just the international for everybody. 10 p.m. Bucharest time tends to work better for everyone. All right. So thank you for joining. Thank you for participating. Thank you for commenting. I'm sorry I didn't get to all your questions. I hope you found value out of this webinar, and I hope it changes the way you approach women and dating. Maddie, M3 is the key. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, and we'll be in touch. Take care. Have a good night. All right. There's some, thanks a lot. Thank you. Some, I'm just going to stay here to see your guys' comments, your goodbye comments, because there's a little delay. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks. I really appreciate your gratitude. Awesome. Peace. Gracias. That was very valuable for me. All right. Nice. Keenan. Yeah. I look forward to Skyping with you too, bro. We'll see you soon. Awesome. Thanks. Okay. I'm going to sign out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you around.